Yeah, let me hear it.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, Bronson, you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Smackdown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wrestling with Savage. We're about to kick off Smackdown, unfortunately, live yet again. I don't even know why we do this show at this point anymore. Used to disappoint with matches that, are coming. I mean, there was 1 or 2 matches tonight that were different, if you want to call them that. A couple of segments that were different. Whatever, man. Smackdown was coming to you live tonight from the Moody Center in Austin, Texas. And too bad Stone Cold couldn't get up and get off his fucking ass and stop drinking beer and come on down to the Moody Center in Austin, Texas. Maybe open up a can of whoop-ass, random stunner in there.
He's probably at home in California chilling.
Yeah, no, it was good shit. Smackdown opens with a video package of Riddle losing to Roman and Brock Lesnar, of course. Brock Lesnar, you see him on the screen, folks. I got him there for you, right on your screen, because that's who we're going to talk about first tonight. We're going to get right into Brock Lesnar. Dave, what are your thoughts on this whole situation with Brock and Brock coming back and Roman fighting Brock again? The lack of creative in this. There's so many other people that they could try to elevate through a loss even to Roman. Roman can beat you and still elevate you. Why are we not elevating anyone? Why are we not telling a better story? Why is Vince McMahon sticking to plan B? B as in Brock Lesnar. Because that's plan B. He's plan B for the next 20 years.
Well, then what else are they going to do right now?
What else are they going to do? I don't know.
Who are they going to throw in with Roman right now?
Do you really want me to answer that, or do you want to just keep going?
Who? You tell me right now.
AJ Styles, Edge, Finn Balor, I don't know, maybe even Kevin Owens. There's a couple.
Any of those guys gonna have a chance of beating him?
It's not about a chance of beating them. At least you can tell a different story, though. They're not gonna beat him.
Yeah, but that's
his
the
loss,
reason why they're using Brock, because Brock is probably the only other person that could possibly beat him.
This shit is a fucking joke. It's a travesty. I'm
not crazy about it. Don't get me wrong.
I'm not a fan of it. We've seen it too many times. I've seen Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns how many times now? 10 times? I had 10 different pay-per-views over the years.
A pay-per-view or major pay-per-view?
Nah, like 10 pay-per-views. I'm sure they fought at least 5 or 6 times. Maybe not 10. 10's probably over-exaggerating, but it's definitely near 5, 6. This is going to be 7 now. We're getting there. We're getting there. This has to be the last time we see them go at it, because how many more times can Roman beat Brock Lesnar without tarnishing Brock's legacy at this point? Brock's just going to come back to take another fucking L yet again? It tarnishes the legacy.
What do you think about the Sami Zayn thing? When we get to that point,
the Sami Zayn is actually an interesting discussion.
I have a little feeling when it comes to that. So,
I'm sticking to my storyline, which is Seth Rollins winning the Money in the Bank. I think he's going to be unstoppable over the next year. I think he's going to destroy every single opponent he has for the next year, starting with Riddle at SummerSlam. And then anybody else that gets in his fucking way is going to get curb stomped immediately. He's going to cash in that Money in the Bank on Cody fucking Rhodes. He's going to take it from Cody.
He kind of insinuated that the last promo he had.
I 100% promise you that is the best possible story that they can tell right now, because it's such a beautiful long-term, when they do the final vignette when these guys are in the Hall of Fame and they show you the footage of when these kids were kids, when Seth was in NXT, when he was in the Shield with Dusty, and they're going to make it so sickening. It's going to end up being one of the greatest stories that wrestling's ever told. These guys are going to have a long rivaled history. We're going to see Mania match after Mania match. It's going to happen whether you like it or not. I know it's funny because we talked about oh, you know, it's got to stop. We've had 3 matches already. This can't see it anymore. Like, we weren't looking forward to the Hell in a Cell match. We're like, oh, at least this shit's gonna be over with. And I remember telling you, this shit is nowhere near over. And then, you know, all the things that took place just sent that to that level now, where it's gonna be a long-term story. I'm happy about that, but I'm not right yet. I'm not right yet. So
yeah, I mean, like, WWE is doing it good because, in one sense, they're making us think this, and then in another sense, they're making us think another thing, which we're gonna get into later. But I like it because at least it keeps us, you know, trying to guess.
Nah, that's the best story they got going right now in WWE is really the Seth and Cody. Even though there's nothing happening on screen right now, the story is marinating. You know, it's a special recipe that's sitting in the oven for 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, whatever it is. And when he comes back, he's going to get the Triple H Madison Square Garden treatment. And he's going to get the hype. He's going to get the return. He might even come back even more fucking jacked. He might put on a little weight, just come back a little bigger. Maybe slow down his fucking movements a little bit in the ring so he can have a longer career. Because if Cody wants to have a longer career, he needs to calm down with all these crazy high spots. He can still hit them, like, you know, either in the middle of the match or at the end of the match. But he has to stop coming out of the gate with all this nonsense. Because he's
to save certain things for, like, specific times.
Save them for pay-per-view, save them for big events, save them for, like, the 20, 30-minute matches. Don't waste them in, like, the 10-minute matches, the 5-minute DQs, whatever it is. There's no point. There's no point. Save yourself. Save your career. Because you see how easy it is to get injured, even when you're just trying to work out at the gym. I mean, this injury didn't happen while he was in a fight. This injury didn't happen while he was jumping off the rope trying to hit a cutter on a steel chair. No, this happened at the gym on a random fucking Tuesday or whatever the fuck it was. I guess the Friday, Saturday, I don't know. Fucking crazy. Fucking crazy. Let's get into this, man, because this is going to be... I'm going to skip a lot of this shit, because I took actually 7 pages of notes, but SmackDown's not even worthy of 7 pages of notes, but right away Drew opens up SmackDown with Pyro, the sword. Drew says he has done it all, and he still has no title to show for it, basically indicating Brock Lesnar comes back, just gets a title shot. He's going to do it the Brock way. I'm going to do it the Drew way, which means I got to earn my opportunity. Says he's going to basically go to that Money in the Bank, get the Money in the Bank, and he hopes that they beat the hell out of each other. He says use all the weapons in the arena and beat the hell out of each other. So this way, when you're done, I'll come out there, cash in, and claim more. One of you to hell. Yeah. Kept it simple, kept it sweet. Yeah. Sheamus comes out, makes fun of Drew, Butch, and Rich Holland with him. Sheamus is a former Money in the Bank winner, and he says the man I cashed in on was Roman Bleeding Reigns. Of course, then we hear ladies and gentlemen, here comes Paul Heyman with Adam Pearce. Basically, he has bad news for Sheamus and Drew. Basically, Adam Pearce says, I was influenced to decide that my decision to let you both in Money in the Bank was a mistake. Now you're both out. So, yeah, but you know, of course, we have an opportunity for you. If you guys can actually get along and work together and then beat the Usos, you'll earn your way back into Money in the Bank. Paul Heyman was out there going on about Brock versus Roman. He said even though Roman is the greatest of all time, Roman can be vulnerable by a cash-in by this, you know, by someone like Sheamus or Drew. And it has happened before. But I'm here to ensure that it won't happen again. He was saying all this before the match was set up, you know. Anyway, fuck all that. I hated it, you know. It wasn't good storytelling. These guys both got into Money in the Bank. They couldn't think of anything better than just like this shitty like thing. Like, I don't know. It was whatever. Nothing crazy about it. I'm not crazy about it.
Yeah, the intro wasn't.
Then the Usos come out. They're talking their shit. Michael Cole had the nerve to call them the best tag team on the planet.
Yeah.
Which, the fact that, you know, I'm sure Vince told him to say that. Because I don't think Michael Cole, as a wrestling journalist, would say that. I'm sure he would say FTR is the best tag team in the world right now. I know for a fact Michael Cole is a big fan of FTR. He probably thinks those guys are...
but it's WWE, so...
Yeah. But, you know, again, the Usos, the greatest tag team on the planet. That's a fucking joke. Considering the match they had tonight, Which, by the way, as soon as we're done here, I was going to go to sleep, but instead, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and I'm going to dissect that match so I can show you all the worst super kicks in the business. By the most overpaid professional wrestlers on planet Earth. Bloodline feeds you, I guess. The bloodline feeds you. Did you have any thoughts or comments on this segment, Dave? Before I move on to Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn.
What's there to talk about? They're just same bullshit they always do. You know, oh, you're out of it. No, you're back in it. No, you're out of it. No, you're back in it. You know, now they build a match to give it a reason to actually do something about it. But, you know, a typical Money in the Bank type of storyline.
Typical corny.
Nothing crazy.
Typical corny bullshit. We get a match. It's a qualifier for the Money in the Bank. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn. Caleb Braxton was interviewing the only honorary member of the Bloodline. Sami goes on to say, this is going to be a great night for the Bloodline. We always do what's right for Roman Reigns. Says he will win the Money in the Bank to protect Roman Reigns. Match opens up with Shinsuke sinking in an arm bar immediately, trying to go for the tap out right away. Sami stumbling around the ring while getting kicked and hit with the enziguri. Nice kick to the back of the head. Zayn from Nakamura. Now the sliding German suplex, pinfall, and a kick out. Sami rolls out, baiting Nakamura. Sami now takes full control by throwing Shinsuke into the barricade. Sami was arguing with the ref. Shin catches the knee on the back of the head. Sami kicks out. Now Nakamura with a roundhouse kick. Shin catches a full speed, beautiful King Sasha on the outside by Zayn. Zayn now somehow catches the surprise Haluva kick. And Nakamura's getting back in the ring. Nakamura did all this work, hit the nasty King Sasha outside the fucking ring, just made him eat that shit. He's picking him up because he's not. Might as well just went in for the count out. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, Shinsuke?
I remember that they said it, that he wanted to get the honorable win, so he pulled him in to try to pin him.
We're just throwing away Money in the Bank opportunities here on Friday night, you know, because we want to be the honorable guy. You know?
Yeah.
Nice guys finished last, Shinsuke. Nice guys finished last. How do you not know that already? That was pretty shocking, actually, for me to see that. I didn't expect that. I thought Shinsuke had that match, you know, locked up. I was like, oh, this is a wrap. Of course, Sami Zayn somehow just gets up.
Yeah,
it was a good swerve.
It was a good camera shot too, because it just, you know, you saw it come out of nowhere. So they're like, oh, okay, you know, it surprises.
What did you grade that match?
It was a good match actually. Like,
I liked
it. They were real physical, you know, and the storyline is great. You know, how they actually had a good like psychological story. You know, how Sami's trying to prove that he's a bloodline, and Nakamura's just trying to like whoop his ass or whatever, because he was like hitting him hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. I almost like felt like something personal was going on there because he was hitting him hard. Anywho, the match went well, and I liked the ending because it came out of nowhere. It surprised me. So, and it looked funny that the way they caught the camera and his foot just comes out of nowhere. It's just it was hilarious. So I enjoyed the match. I give it about a 3.
I actually gave it a 3.5. I thought it was a good match, and even though I didn't like the ending, I liked the fact that it kind of shocked me. You know, I liked that emotion. I was like, wow, I did not see that coming. You guys actually surprised me for once. You know, clean win by Sami Zayn in the middle of the ring on Nakamura.
Straight up.
Taking it back to NXT days. Not bad. Not bad. Good actually opening match for SmackDown for once, surprisingly. But then, of course, the rest of the show would have to continue, and we all knew it was going to be downhill from here. And the New Day comes out. Up next, we are told that we're going to get the New Day Dance Challenge between New Day, Jinder Mahal, and Shanky. Because that's what I want to see on Friday nights. Nothing more than seeing a 7-foot sweaty Indian man dancing in the middle of the ring. Just by himself. to bad music.
This is SmackDown.
This is SmackDown now. Yes. Sports entertainment. I guess he's Michael Cole, Sports Entertainer of the Week.
Oh yeah.
Michael Cole's got to start doing that now. He should steal that from Jericho. Michael Cole, Sports Entertainer of the Week. Roman Reigns. Every week.
Roman Reigns
every week. There was actually one good thing we saw on SmackDown tonight that I did appreciate. We'll talk about that after, but it was bad. Woods comes out with the Kofi. They're asking who wants to see this match again. Who? And he says no one.
I like that part.
No one.
I like that part.
Woods and Kofi say Jinder denied us all last week. All we all wanted to see was the skyscraping Shanky dancing. They asked the crowd if they want to see dancing Shanky now, and people were actually chanting yes. New Day hits the music. Shanky, Jinder, snap Shanky, pushes Jinder, and Jinder leaves the ring, says forget you. Kofi says, that's okay. Hit that music, baby. Now we hear the horn. I like how he said baby. He didn't say baby, or baby. He is a troll. Okay? Now we hear the horns of the Viking Raiders. Raiders come out and attack the New Day. But, we hear the horns. They play like 2-3 times. At first I was hoping it would be some guy coming out on an elephant from India that is on NXT right now named Singha. And I thought he would just come out and just slap Shanky for disrespecting the culture. But no.
Damn.
This is not what we saw. Instead, what we saw was the Viking Raiders make their return with darker gear. They now have full black eyeliner in their eyes. You would think after we've seen the paint jobs from people like Goldust, Malachi Black, Finn Balor, they would give these guys special kind of treatment instead of just lazy eyeliner just thrown on like badly, not even well.
No, they might have done it themselves.
Even worse. No star treatment. You want them to come out and be stars, but you don't want to give them the full treatment. Unfortunately, these guys can't come back basic and get over bigger than before. It's not going to happen. You have to have them come out and have like a Legion of Doom kind of appeal. And, unfortunately, we know who they are. And they're not the Legion of Doom. And they're not going to turn into the Legion of Doom. And eventually, they'll go away again just like they did the first time. It's not going to change. They're a good tag team. They're a good tag team. They have great matches. But people are not buying their merchandise. People are not running to the vendor at the arena asking for the Viking Raiders special.
This is true. I don't think I've seen anybody wear a Viking.
So, if you want to push these guys, you got to rebrand them to look incredible. And I don't know. Let's see what happens with this run. What are they going to do? They're going to beat the Usos? There's only one tag team title. So, in my opinion, I think the Street Profits right now, lately, like the last couple of weeks, they're looking.
I think they're the ones coming.
They're looking like they're basically, and I know this is not going to be a compliment, they're the Acclaimed of the WWE.
Oh boy. Well, you're right about it. I'm not sure that's a compliment, but
it's not a compliment. But I think the Acclaimed, have been looking better on TV longer than the Street Profits have been looking better on TV. Because I've liked Max Caster and the Acclaimed since day one. That was almost 4 years ago now.
Yeah, they get more time too. So.
The Acclaimed come on and kill it, and they don't have to come on and promote other shitty wrestlers, just their shitty friends, the Gun Club.
I always felt like that damaged them because they always use them for putting up other wrestlers.
Yeah, like I even tonight they did it. They're walking through the hallway and they're promoting 2 or 3 other guys instead of just cutting their own fucking promo or whatever, do whatever they want. It's crazy, man. They come out, they beat the shit out of everybody. They attack the New Day, decimate Kofi and Woods. Big roundhouse kick now coming out with more You know, like I said, dark colored gears. They honestly look like some characters from God of War. Like, and not even tough guys, just like the first boss.
Basically, yeah. They look the same. Right? I mean, aside from the little makeup, it's the same thing.
Yeah, the makeup was the only difference.
I like the music. The music was cool.
The horns were cool too, I guess. But are kids gonna get into this? I mean, here's the thing. I'm thinking of it from my way, but there could be tonight. Let's say there was 1,000 new little kids watching tonight. How many of them became Viking Raider fans tonight, in your estimation?
Not many, I don't think.
First of all, these guys come out and they beat up everybody's favorite tag team. You know, because kids love New Day, they love Kofi, they love Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
And you come and attack them, you think that's going to get them popular?
Well, are they heels? That's probably what it is.
Oh, yeah, obviously they're heels if they do some shit like that. Next, we get a segment, Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce. Sonya's talking about classic excuses. Adam has excuse after excuse. He said, what's your excuse for the way you're treating the women's division as of late? People are saying that you're out of touch. Adam says, why are you here? Sonya says, I'm back on Smackdown for weeks, and I've had no match. Don't take it on me because your in-ring career was a failure. That's something I'm sure Adam Pearce's kids are going to appreciate on TV one day.
Yeah. He went for the heart on that one.
He basically says, all right, well, now you have a handicap match right after this break. Back from break, we get the handicap match. Raquel Rodriguez and Lacey Evans are already in the ring. And out comes Sonya Deville, which I thought was crazy. I'm like, okay, they're hyping the shit out of Lacey Evans. They're pretty much hyping the shit out of Raquel, too, the last couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. Both these girls get no entrance. Sonya gets the promo time and the entrance time, and then still ends up with a fucking loss. Even though Shayna's out there, Xia Li's out there. So what you've managed to do here in one swift segment is you've shitted on 3 of your up-and-coming stars in Sonya, Shayna, and Xia Li, or Xia Li, whatever. I'm never going to say that correctly every time. And for what? And for what? To hype up 2 stupid fucking wrestlers that you're already hyping up every fucking week? You got Raquel coming out looking like a god, almost beating Ronda Rousey on her opening night. You got Lacey Evans getting a 26-minute fucking promo repetitive for like 8 weeks in a row. Yep. And what was the point? What was the point of giving Sonya that promo and then the entrance? And then you get 2 other people to come out and help her, which sets her up to be a nice heel. I thought that we were going to see like a nice heel kind of moment right now from this. I was like, okay, she's got backup, she's got a plan, she's coming prepared. But no, we just shit on Sonya Deville yet again. Which, in my opinion, we're going backwards in the women's revolution right now. We're going backwards. When you shit on Sonya Deville and Shayna Baszler in the same segment, something's not right. Because those 2 women, I don't care what you tell me. Raquel's great, Lacey's cool, but Shayna Baszler and Sonya Deville are both way better in-ring workers than almost everybody on the women's roster. You can't argue with me on that. I don't think you can. You maybe don't know about Sonya because you didn't see her in NXT, but I saw what she's capable of, and she's tough. They don't let her shine.
Well, her and Shayna Baszler's been shitting on for a while now.
But she's better than everyone there.
She is, but
it's crazy.
I don't know, they don't see it.
It's sexist, bro. I would sue right now if I was Shayna. Hashtag Shayna, sue Vince. Sexism. Like, ugliness. Ugliness. Actually, one diva said it best once. They're like, if you're ugly, there's no way you're becoming women's champ. She said, like, she was shocked that, what was that one, the big heavy set chick?
Nia Jax?
Nah, longer ago, bro. Forgot her name. She came in, kicked everybody's ass. She had like the long dreads with blonde hair, black blonde hair.
Oh, something Khan, isn't it? Khan?
Yeah, something Khan. Yeah, she came in and she was a beast too. She had, But this diva, I forgot who it was. She said she was shocked that, they even let her get the title. So maybe that's why Shayna's not getting the title. She's fucking busted.
They're like, nah, bro, he ain't cutting it.
They're like, no more close-ups, and like, honestly, try to always have your back to the hard camera. They probably.
But I mean, what are they gonna do now? I mean, like, Rhea's out now. Like, who are they gonna like push like that?
I don't know. Like I said, they were already in the ring. Sonya Deville comes out. She comes out with everybody. Sonya locks up with Lacey. Shauna making her impact right away. Lacey with a nice running shoulder block to Sonya, and now Zia distracts Lacey. We see Sonya taking advantage with a nice shot to the head. We get a double kick. Lacey and Sonya are now both down. Raquel gets the tag and now using her power to put down Sonya. Sonya tries to make a comeback, but we see a big power slam and a toss to the turnbuckle from Raquel. Sonya now going for the nothing because Raquel still has her. She's trying to hit her with a Tahina bomb. Shayna causes the distraction again, but they just botched because Raquel Rodriguez was going to grab Sonya, and I don't know if you saw, but she kind of like slipped a little bit, and then grabbed her again to make up for it. A small little botch, nothing crazy, but she just throws her right into Lacey Evans. Roman's right, but botch time is real, folks. It happens. It happens more in these matches than you think. I gave it a 1.5 star. Trash, bad storytelling. And the botch at the end is what lowers the score. But the storytelling was really bad on this one. I'm surprised I even wasted this much time on talking about Sonya fucking Deville. I'm so over it.
Yeah, I feel the same as you. I give it a 1 because it wasn't even that exciting.
It was bad. It was bad.
I don't like Sonya Deville. I don't like Lacey Evans already. So this other girl, the Spanish chick, what's her name again?
Raquel Rodriguez?
Yeah, she looks pretty cool. Maybe she has to grow on me, but
she's good. No, Raquel's good. She's a good worker. I don't have a problem with Raquel Rodriguez at all. My problem is with creative. Like, Raquel's had so many good moments and good wins already. Taking this L with Sonya cheating, it doesn't tarnish her at all. Same for Lacey.
Yeah, especially in this setting where it was 3 against 2. But
I don't know. What are you going to do? Doesn't make sense to me.
Smackdown.
Well, after this, we get something that I thought it was really awkward, really strange moments in the match. Some real personal comments being made. Some real shots being fired. I feel like these bitches actually want to really kill each other. And I'm actually interested in it. I gave it a 4-star for the fact that I'm interested in where this storyline's going to go. And if we're going to see Natty end up with a broken fucking arm at this pay-per-view for real, because this isn't just a normal fucking chick. Don't think for a second that Ronda doesn't give a fuck if she gets fired, goes home, and just plays video games all day and makes more money than you. She has that option. She doesn't have to be in this WWE ring. She's got kids that she actually likes. She likes spending time with them. She likes being a mom, something that some wrestlers don't want to do, ever or yet. I don't know. But, we see Natty come out.
Is a life thing.
Natty comes out with a full Ronda Rousey gear. All right? She comes out with a baby stroller. Comes out saying last week, I made, she said I almost tapped out. She was really pretending to be Ronda Rousey. I came out, I almost tapped last week. I am the baddest woman on the planet, and we all know this because I never shut up about it. But I do not stand a chance against Natalya in this ring. The sharpshooter is better than the armbar. I want to say sorry to my fans, the rowdy ones. It's just best if I retire, grab my diaper bag, and push my stroller and leave while I can. She says I'm the saddest woman on the planet. Now here comes the real Ronda Rousey. She says, I almost did not recognize you without your rack out. I am also not going to mutilate my body chasing standards of beauty that you do. I'm not going to just hand over this title to you. You think you deserve it because you've been here longer than anyone. The truth is, you are lacking natural talent and charisma despite your hard work ethic. The closest you will ever come to being a main event attraction in this company will be by dressing up like me. Ronda takes the jacket off Natty, and now Natty using the stroller as a weapon, bashing Ronda and pushing her into the corner with a stroller. I thought this whole segment was very good and very awkward. The moment she said, I'm not going to mutilate my body like you do. That's a pretty hardcore line to say. And Ronda actually cut a perfect promo. That felt real, and that's why it was good. It wasn't something that she had to read off of paper. She probably went out there and said exactly what was on her mind. Fuck you, Natty, I got this. And she delivered, bro. I thought she killed it tonight. What did you think of Ronda's shit?
I actually enjoyed the whole thing. The whole thing was great. Like even Natty, it was hilarious. Like when she came out, Lolly was my wife was watching with me too at that point. She like cracked up when she saw her.
Yeah.
She was like, oh my god. She's like, she actually went in and came out like that. That's great. And then when started talking about the whole retire and just give me the belt and just go be a mommy and stuff like that, it was good. And then Ronda come out when Natalia was like, oh, just go ahead and give me the belt. You can go home and be being a mom and stop pretending to be a wrestler or whatever, blah blah blah. I kind of like what Natty said too. So, but Ronda really gave it to her though.
Yeah. Ronda pulled off like a Christian kind of promo, like real.
I wouldn't go that far, but
the mutilate, bro, is hard, bro. The mutilate line was hard. I mean, it's not like your father's dead hard, but
I think the one of her saying that she's been around that long and she just lacks the charisma.
Well, that too.
I think that's the part that really hit her.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah,
it's like that's the part that really hit, because the rest of it, the whole body shaming thing, I think that kind of brushed.
It wasn't even the body shaming; it's just that one word. The fact she even said, "I'm not gonna mutilate my body." Like that's crazy. I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Wow, that's pretty harsh."
She's probably one of those people that like just don't agree with that stuff. And that's
how old is Natty now?
I think she's around our age, at least late 30s, 40s now.
I wonder if she wants to have kids.
I don't know. And she's still with what's his name?
Yeah.
Forgot his name.
Kidd. Tyson Kidd.
Tyson Kidd, there you go.
Tyson fucking Kidd. I'm sure he's happy for Natty though that she's even getting this, main event kind of, rub right now. I would be happy to see Natty actually rip the belt off Ronda, and maybe they can just trade it back and forth a couple of times. They don't do that as much as they used to. Back in the Attitude Era, people would win the title and then rip it off you 24 hours later. We saw Stone Cold do it to Kane. We've seen The Rock's fucking taking the title off Mankind maybe twice.
Stone Cold to Kane was hilarious.
Oh, that was great. Like, he just came out and everybody was so pissed off. They're like, what? What do you mean he's not the champion anymore? What? What? I think that was the night What was born. What?
No, What was born then?
It was, theoretically, because after the match, everybody said, what? What just happened? What? He's not the champ anymore? That was wild.
That show's great. That to me,
did you know, on June 24th also, many years ago, after Stone Cold won the King of the Ring, he fought The Undertaker on Monday Night Raw.
Oh, really?
Did you know that?
He fought The Undertaker on Raw?
Very interesting match, Dave. You might want to look it up.
You serious? Like, you just like...
No.
Oh.
This was today, and I did a new video on TikTok today about wrestling history on today's date, June 24th. You know what else happened today on June 24th? Chris Benoit killed himself after murdering his family.
Oh, wow.
That happened today. Mick Foley fought Sabu at 1994 pay-per-view. They had a classic fucking match. Edge became the king of the ring, beating Kurt Angle on June 24th, many moons ago. And we also had Vince McMahon ask his wrestlers if they had something called ruthless aggression on June 24th. Today in wrestling history, a new segment that I think I'm going to try to make part of the show whenever we go live, just to give people some background on some shit. Also, you know what else happened today on June 24th? The Harlem Heat. They beat the Steiner Brothers, Lex Luger, and Sting to become their first time WCW Tag Team Champions.
Damn.
Fucking wild, man. A lot of shit happened on the 24th. A couple other things happened that I'm not going to even mention because they're not worthy. They're not really historical to me unless it's more than like 10 years.
So I know that on yesterday, that's the day, the 24th? Yesterday, the 23rd, was the birth of Austin 316 says I just whooped your ass.
Well, that was yesterday, yeah, because he won the King of the Ring yesterday on the 23rd. And then today, on the 24th, that year, he fought the Undertaker on Monday Night Raw, and then Goldust came out. I don't remember that. I need to watch it. Goldust came out and interfered, bro. And it was such a sick match to rewatch because, like, this is right the day after the whole Austin 316 thing. So you get to see the transition of him. Like, that's why they put him immediately in the ring with Undertaker. Because Vince wanted you to look at him as, like, the same level as the Undertaker right away. He didn't waste any fucking time. The moment, you know, it's just interesting to see that. Because I didn't remember that. And when I saw that, I was like, holy shit, that's crazy. You know?
Yeah.
Because that's the mental image you're sending out to all the fans at that time. Stone Cold's now in the ring with Undertaker. He's not fighting Jake the Snake or Savio Vega anymore. He's in the ring with the Undertaker. It got real for his career right away. You know he was probably fucking hyped for that match. Like, that would be a good question to ask him. If you could ever get on his show and ask him and say something like, how did you feel with your first match with the Undertaker after winning King of the Ring? Because that had to be a big moment for him because Undertaker was already a certified, bona fide superstar at that point.
Oh yeah, he's been around already, years already, and Stone Cold just got there. So.
Yeah.
But just the fact that promo, dude, they talked about it on Boston Open, and they replayed it, and even to this day, bro, you can hear that promo, and it still will give me goosebumps just listening to it. Like that's like
it was a good promo, but to me, the promos that I love the most from him are all the ones in ECW, man. Like, especially the one where he had the Hulkamania shirt on. That's the promo. That's the promo where you can see it in his eyes.
You know what's my most favorite promo of Stone Cold? Is the promo on the top of the beer truck.
Yeah, that was good.
When he goes and says, "I'm gonna check into the Smackdown hotel," and all that. And, you know, I'm gonna burn that son of a bitch straight to the. Oh my god, I love that.
Back in the day, in his prime, bro, those first couple of years, he could say anything on the mic. It was gold. Like, anything he said was gold. It didn't matter.
Yeah, but you could. The thing that's what it was back then, because you could.
Because he was on
feel
fire,
the energy, bro.
He was on fire.
Could feel his energy, dude.
Like, literally, you couldn't see the flames surrounding his body, but that man was on fire from the moment he won the King of the Ring, all the way up until like WrestleMania 16. You know, then the fire had to go out a little bit, unfortunately. You know, but that man was on fire during his run. Like, you don't see shit like that. It's never gonna happen again. Like, no one comes in like that and just has that kind of impact, because he wasn't there long. He comes in as the ringmaster. You know, 1 year later, boom, Stone Cold. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
I'm beating Shawn Michaels at Mania with Mike Tyson behind me.
And then his career was so short too. Like that.
Well, I feel like they got a good amount of content out of him before he went.
Yeah, but when you think about it, dude, like, it was like what, a 4 or 5 year span maybe at most. That's it. Like, you got guys like Cena and stuff that wrestled 20 years and, you know, stood at that. And Stone Cold had such a short little moment and it's still like so legendary that people like me still put him at the number one.
See, the real problem is, Dave, the people that have the ability to cut a promo the way he can, you know, that sporadic, random moment that just happens and it's magical. The people that have the ability to do that don't have the courage to do it. And then the people that do have the courage to do it don't have the ability. You know, because there's people that just don't give a fuck.
Though?
I'm going to take my shot.
MJF?
Well, MJF's a different monster. And the only reason he even does what he does is because they let him do whatever the fuck and say whatever the fuck he wants. Let him curse, let him say whatever, talk about whatever, sexist to women. A lot of controversial shit. You know, he's talking about fucking abortions. He's talking about, like, you know, how ugly people are. Like, he's just shitting on everybody. Every chance he gets, including fans. He goes to signings. He's shitting on fans.
He's cursed out little kids. It's crazy.
It's crazy. Like he's taking it to another level.
Too, though. There are people that literally go up to him and say, "Hey, can you curse my kid out? He wants to be cursed out." Like I've seen videos like that.
Yeah, no, people. You got to see this guy's cameo. People pay him $500 to just curse them out. Like it's insane. And it's not like he's not making money. Like you can go see all the cameos that people have paid for on there, and there's hundreds of them. Add the math. Like he's already making money, so he needs to shut his ass up. Because the only reason he's making that money is because of what AEW did for him. You know, they don't give him that platform. They don't give him Chris Jericho to do fucking dance videos with. They don't give him CM Punk to have one-year storylines with. He's not who he is. End of story.
Yep. And he got thrown in with legends right away.
Who had a better start? Who had a better start to their career than MJF? We're talking about start. We're talking about start to career because Stone Cold didn't start in WWE. He had a good career in WCW. He Hollywood Blondes and all that. And, you know, he had big runs in NWA and you know whatever.
Yeah, you never even know if he didn't get injured in WCW, he might have still stood in WCW.
Well, the fact that WCW was run by morons. It was run by morons that don't know what they have when they have it, and then they let the people that have no business running the show run the show. That's what happens. They hook up their boys. If you make a wrestler, this is the biggest rule. If you make a wrestler, like an actual wrestler who's active, we're not talking about retired, not talking active. You give him the right to book matches, it's going to be a shit show fiesta. All his friends are going to go over with no real storytelling. They're just going to win these random matches that this guy's just going to put together. Because he's retarded. He doesn't know how to write story. He just knows how to take bumps. Wrestle. He has no business. No business. Kevin Nash. I'll say that right there. I go, fuck you, man. You ruined thousands of hours of television on TNT. How do you feel about that? That's a fucking fact. That's not even fiction. Alright? Next, we went to commercial break, and then we had a match between Gunther and Ricochet. I gave this a 3.5-star match. It was a 4-star match until Gunther showed the title back on TV. This title is so shitty, it automatically lowers the grade of any match that it's in. And until they change the look of this title and design of this title, it's going to remain so. So even if you have a 4-star match, it's going to be a 3. If you have a 5-star match, going to be a 4. So, this was a 4-star. But I was a little gracious. 3.5 I deducted for the title. Nasty. Gunther dominates. Big drop kick. Big power bomb. Big chop. Big shots. Ricochet tried. He looked like Mighty Mouse out there running around. But the results this time were more efficient and more convincing. Just, you know, Gunther just saying, no, you go bye-bye now. Bye-bye.
Pretty much.
Would you rate it? What'd you see?
Well, like I said before, I'm just starting to get acclimated with Gunther, whatever you want to call him.
Gunther.
I didn't watch him on NXT or UK or stuff like that. I knew of him, but I never seen any of his matches. Now that I've seen him wrestle,
You saw his ring work tonight?
No.
The way he picked up.
is the powerbomb. His powerbomb is the finisher. That's his finisher, or
Yeah,
okay? Because I was surprised. I was like, damn.
but
that's a pretty
he
simple
sets it up
finish.
from the drop kick.
Oh, from that missile drop kick.
Yeah, which looks very good.
Yeah, that I was like, damn, when he kicked the shit out of it.
Yeah.
But that sequence at the end, he just like, okay, I'm done. That's it. Like he just like he did like 4 or 5 moves and then hit the powerbomb. Boom, you're done. And I give it to Ricochet because he sold it well. He took the knife. He took the powerbomb pretty good. He folded pretty good. So
Well, I don't like
but-
how low he drops him. I think he should drop him a little higher.
it looks.
That's my only
it look
complaint.
is it looks like a vicious powerbomb.
No, yeah, but that's because he looks vicious giving it, for sure. It's not a bad power bump. I just think he, like, on a guy like Ricochet who can handle that bump, you drop him
Yeah.
a little higher, you know. If you're trying to, be gentle to somebody, you drop him lower or whatever. But other than that, his ring work in the ring in the beginning, that, when he just grabbed Ricochet's leg and made them look like a little doll, and then just turned him into an instant submission, and then
Yeah.
transitioned into another submission. When you see a big guy move like that, and you're not impressed, I don't know what you're watching. That was impressive. He is impressive in the ring, and you need to see his transformation from the day he walked into WWE till today. It's insanity.
Oh yeah, he looks different now.
He was a
from
fat
when he-
bastard.
Oh shit!
Add 150 pounds to him.
Wow.
That's when I was actually more impressed with him back then, because he was so big. Like, he'd get in the ring and just bully people, like, really bad. Hard chops. He still does the same chops, but now he's just all muscle.
Yeah, when I saw the chops, I was like, that last chop, because even though it didn't have the big smack, the way it sounded, I was like, oh, I know he felt that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, I give it a 3.5 too.
Yeah, no, it was a
I
good
enjoyed
match.
it.
It served its purpose. After that, we got an interview between Kayla and Paul Heyman. Sammy says, Paul, you don't have to answer any of these questions. Sammy says he would never cash in on Roman. Paul Heyman goes to, like, hug him now. Sammy says he will cash in on Brock Lesnar instead. Heyman now is very upset, takes his hands off Sammy, and just stares at him. Like, looking at him like...
I don't get that part. Like, now suddenly Paul Heyman's intimidating me. I thought he was the other way around. I thought he was always afraid of people.
Well, now when he has
Suddenly he
the
can-
Roman, now when he has the bloodline on his side,
Yeah.
he's got the big dog. He's got the tribal chief in his corner.
Yeah, but when he had Brock, he was never like that neither.
He was a
I
couple
don't
of
know.
times. No, what do you mean? He showed up. He showed a lot of ball. Well, not recently, but over the years, he had his moments where he acted real hard because Brock's right next to him. I've seen it. He acted like a G in front of Vince McMahon because Brock was there, and that's when Brock had 5 Vince. Remember, and he got suspended.
Yeah, but that's different. I mean, that's when he's with Brock. Not when he's
Oh, yeah.
alone. That's what I mean. That's all I was like.
Well,
since
he's
when
not alone. The
has-
Usos were there. The Usos were there, and don't forget, he's with someone who's kissing his ass. It's not like just a normal wrestler who has no storyline with him. He's in
I
a
guess
storyline
so,
where
but-
Sammy's kissing his ass. So why would he's not going to be afraid of Sammy?
Don't forget,
Sammy's afraid of
he's
him.
an honorary Oos, right? He's an honorary Oos.
He's an honorary
Yeah.
fucking lucky noob. Can't believe he won tonight. Unbelievable. Speaking of
But
Paul
it
Heyman,
makes me laugh when he says that. When he goes, "I'm the honorary Oos," that shit has me laughing every time. Like he's stupid. Yeah.
Paul Heyman doesn't say anything. We go off. Segment ends. Next, we're going to get a match between Shotzi and Tamina. And we haven't seen Tamina on TV in a long time. This is going to be a women's Money in the Bank qualifying match. Basically, Shotzi just got the dub, man. She tries to put Tamina in a sleeper right away, but the look on Tamina's face tells another story. This is the first time we've seen her in action in a while. Like I said, Cole calls her the powerhouse. She was in full control to start things off. I think Shotzi just botched the kick to the face. Shotzi catches a submission off the ropes, gets back in the ring, and we see her shitty 1-foot drop kick, and now more shots on Tamina. She hits the running Enziguri. Now Shotzi with a back splash on Tamina, who is laid out on the ropes. Now Shotzi to the second rope, goes for an axe handle, but Tamina counters with a stiff kick to the chest. Shotzi drives Tamina's shoulders fucking right in the ring post. Shotzi then hits the never wake up DDT and picks up the win. I gave this a 1-star. Botch and lack of story. They should have at least cut a promo earlier in the night to set up the match, not just like, you know, there's nothing, no substance, no. Would you say?
I'm gonna be 100%, and I didn't care for the match, so I didn't pay attention to the match.
That's cool. We'll move on.
No
Replay of
range.
earlier when the New Day was attacked by the Raiders yet again. Then we get the promo from the Viking Raiders. They're here to rip anyone apart who stands in their way. No one is safe. That's the end of the promo. Then we get Max Dupree, and I called it last week. I said it was going to happen again, and I fucking knew it. He presents his brand new Maximum model. They're up next right after this commercial break. Everyone's like, oh, yeah, right after the break. Yeah, we're going to see Dupree. Yeah, he's coming, Dupree. Everybody, LA Knight, LA Knight, LA Knight, LA Knight, LA Knight. No, you're not going to get shit. Max Dupree is fucking here. No, he's not. Max says, are you actually a WWE official? Based on your actions or inactions, you prevented the debut of my Maximum male models yet again. Last week it was the lighting. This week you failed to provide the dressing room goods. Do not interrupt Max Dupree. How hard is it to make my room 68.3 degrees? We are models, not monsters. If you can't handle dressing rooms or lighting, you need to get this right. Adam says, okay, next week. Max says, my models and I are ready to titillate the juices of your guilty pleasure. Again, amazing. Because he did it again. It's fantastic. I can't wait to see what they do next week.
Well, I'm intrigued to see what the hell in like.
Adam is fucking up again next week. Something else is going to be wrong.
Well, I'll give you this much. He's starting to grow on me. I like his segments. He had me today when he went and asked for all the things he asked, and then says, you would think I was asking you for like a bag of green M&Ms, something absurd like that.
Yeah,
it's like, what? So I actually enjoyed it. I was entertained by that promo.
Max Dupree is here to stay, baby. And I can't wait till we see him in the ring, have his in-ring debut, and see where they go with the storytelling. And let's see if he actually even has any male models, or if this whole thing is just like a joke. Because obviously, you know,
that's what I want to know. Like, is this whole shit bullshit? He's just gonna come out by himself?
Is it gonna be like this every? I mean, are we ever gonna see the models, or you know, does he have girl models?
Intrigued.
You know, I want to know what's gonna happen.
Homo thing or anything like that. But
No.
I'm genuinely intrigued.
Where the storyline's going, you know, it is what it is. Pat McAfee is on the mic. 1 week ago, a lowlife scumbag named Bumass Corbin stumbled his bitch ass to the commentary table and let me know he does not like the way I do my job. We get a video package of last week's Last Laugh match. Pat says Corbin could not be more wrong, saying, you know, all these things about like Pat would wish he was dead if he got in the ring with Corbin. He feels good. Pat says he feels alive when he puts on the mic for the millions and the millions, because he has to steal this from The Rock. Gives a shout out to The Rock.
Hey, at least he shouted him out.
He did. He said, how about at SummerSlam, me and you, when I kick your teeth down your throat, I will feel more alive than I ever have in my life. Gets the crowd to chant bum ass Corbin. Tells him, don't be a punk, Corbin. Says Corbin is an insufferable douchebag. Pat now says it's fight night, baby, as Sheamus makes his way to the ring. Now we see Drew make his way to the ring as we prepare for this tag match. And of course, we're going to go into commercial break first. But before we do that, what did you think of the Pat McAfee promo?
I liked it.
He's good, right? He's really good on the mic.
I really like Pat McAfee. He's really impressed me. He's good on the mic. He's good as a commentator. He's good in the ring, actually. So, no, you can see the passion there. You can see he loves this, and let's see what happens. Let's see what kind of match he can pull with Corbin. I was about to say Baron Corbin. But,
Corbin's got to win though, right?
I don't know, man. This one is hard to tell because I mean,
Bum
you
ass
know what,
Corbin,
like,
bum
when
ass.
Michael
And
Cole
he's
was-
going hard calling him a bum ass. I mean, bum ass. I mean, like, how do you get called a
Michael
bum ass
Cole
and then
kinda, like,
lose?
Michael Cole kind of hinted at it a little bit because he's like, "Hey, man, you gotta count your chickens. WrestleMania is one thing. This is a whole other animal."
This isn't
So,
the
you know,
Miz
you might-
or whoever the fuck Who was in the ring?
Who
Who
you
did he
really-
fight?
He wrestled this guy,
Theory.
your boy.
Theory.
Yeah, Theory. So,
Wow.
I don't
Corbin's
know,
not
man.
Theory. Corbin's a dangerous guy.
Yes, Corbin is definitely the more experienced and the very heelish guy. So he
just
he's
tried
gonna
to
go
kill
to lengths
another
to just
professional
prove his
wrestler
point.
with the Andre the Giant statue. I mean, he's as bad as they get right now. He's a bad
I
guy.
know you didn't just bring up the Andre the Giant. That thing's a
It's a big trophy though. He tried to kill Madcap with it, man. That shit wasn't cool. I was very worried about Madcap Moss and his health.
I'm sure you were.
I was devastated.
Oh yeah.
I was devastated,
I can tell.
folks. All right.
I can tell.
I'm calling Corbin's gonna win that match because just like Cody beat down on Seth, that's all to set up Seth's unstoppable run he's about to have, and now Corbin set up Madcap so that hopefully Corbin can turn it around and start having a run of his own. I hope he gets a run because I know there's no run in the immediate future for him. It's going to be about a good year and a half to 2 years before he even has a chance to even be considered for the conversation. But at this point, by then, his career might be so smeared with these gimmick matches that that's just all Vince will look at him as. I hope that's not the case. But I feel like I know how Vince thinks better than almost anyone on this planet, except for maybe Shane and Stephanie and Linda. Right after them, I'm pretty sure I know how Vince thinks better than anybody. Yeah, especially now with the dementia kicking in, he's becoming more predictable. So, we didn't see him tonight, by the way, which was upsetting. I was hoping.
I'm not surprised. He already did it twice back to back. I think he's feeling that.
Anyway, we get the main event between Drew and Sheamus versus Jimmy and Jey Uso. Now that the Street Profits come out, they join us at ringside. Sheamus and Drew both argue on who's going to start. Usos start the double team on Sheamus right away, connecting with some hard shots. And now the Street Profits on commentary talking trash about the Usos. Now Drew fighting with Butch, sending him to the barricade. I love everything about Butch except his name. His name should be Pete Dunne. But other than that, this kid is money. I can't wait to see him just run off and have his own fucking... I can't wait till he actually snaps on Sheamus. And then they have a match, and he's going to put him down and move on,
This probably isn't going to happen, yeah. He's going to eventually turn on them.
Yeah, 100%. They're going to
He's
build
like,
that
I'm
up.
proud of you, Garvin.
Yeah, I don't mind these stories right now if it means that kind of stuff. But we see some, hard shots from the Usos for once. Right before they start shitting the bed. Now the Street Profits were, again, talking more trash. Back from break, Sheamus and Jey exchanging shots. Jimmy with a blind tag. Sheamus now with a backbreaker on Jey, but a super kick from Jimmy and a cover and a kick out from Sheamus. Sheamus was actually doing a good job of selling some moves that Jimmy was doing. He was making Jimmy look way tougher than he actually is. We saw a terrible enziguri from Jimmy. He basically hit Sheamus on the shoulder, nowhere near the head. Jimmy hits the running hip attack now. Jimmy taunting, and Sheamus hits a sick brogue knee. And now the tag to Drew. Street Profits are hyped on commentary. Cole and Pat can't even get a fucking word in. The Street Profits have just straight up taken over the commentary booth. Drew now with ability to Jey. Yeah, of course. Now Jey drives Drew into the steel post. Now a super kick to Sheamus that did not connect at all. Another super kick to Drew, and now we see the frog splash, and Sheamus saves the match. Now Sheamus gets tossed out by Jey. Now we get a neck breaker from Drew. We got basically 2 neck breakers in a row from Drew. Then he gets the kick up. He's calling for the Claymore. Jay saves Jimmy by dragging him out of the ring. Butch trying to interfere in this match. Sami Zayn tries to get a cheap shot on Drew, but it's cut off from Dawkins, who gets off the commentary table, comes out, hits a huge shoulder block. Profits and Usos are all now talking shit, and now we see a running flip in the ring to the outside, taking out all 4 men from Drew McIntyre. Jay up to his feet, gets up with a bro kick. He gets hit with a bro kick, and now we see the Claymore to Jimmy. Nope, instead we see a super kick. Then Drew hits the rope, dodges another kick from Jimmy, and connects with the Claymore and picks up the win. I gave this a 2-star match grade because of the botches. The Usos in this match fucked up 3 or 4 kicks. Like, bad. I don't know if you caught them all. I did.
No, I didn't. I was watching the match, but like some of it I didn't catch. So.
Oh, well, you will. I'll
Like,
send you
you know.
I will send you the remix. This will be part of my Botch Time 2 special. I've started a new segment on my TikTok channel called Botch Time. And we just released Botch Time 1.
Okay.
Tomorrow will be Botch Time 2. There was enough content tonight. Did you also see,
Nick.
we're going to get into Rampage in a little bit. Did you see Ray Phoenix bust his ass on the rope?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
And then Taz was trying
I'm
to I think Andrade shoved him a little bit. Yeah, that was going to happen either way.
Yeah, they were saying that they're like, they chucked him off the ropes. And stuff.
Yeah,
and I was
fucking
like,
right.
He just slipped, bro.
Yeah,
It's
fucking right.
stupid.
Wow.
Anywho, but I kind of didn't like how they shut down the fact, or just think that us as wrestling fans have no memory, and disregard the fact that Sheamus and Drew once teamed together. They were a good tag. So
Yeah, weren't they
what
tag team
made them
champs?
think? Huh?
Weren't they the champs too?
I think so. Yeah, right. Were they champs? No, that was with Cesaro. But was he champs with Drew too?
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't remember.
Wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. I know for a fact with Cesaro he was.
They had multiple with the bar.
But yeah, I was like thrown off with that. Like they acted like they never coexisted before. Like, oh, how they gonna gonna fight together? And it's like, come on, it's Drew and
Well,
Sheamus.
that's because
Like,
they
we
hate
all
each
know
other
it's
now.
fans.
God damn it, they hate each other, and that's what they told you, and you better believe it.
yeah.
Are you grading this
But
piece of shit?
anyway, I wasn't too crazy about it. I guess the same thing or 2 because it wasn't. There's nothing really to talk about that was like, oh yeah, they shot it up to a 3 or 4. You know.
What are you grading the
Oh.
show in general?
About a 2.5.
I'm giving it. I was gonna give it a 2, but I'm actually gonna give it a 3, just because I want to see what's gonna happen with Natty, and I feel like she had the moment of the night. Natty and Ronda had the moment of the night, like the best segment,
I would agree.
most interesting segment. I went from having 0 interest to now 100% interest.
Yeah, I mean, it had a bit of elements of everything. It was funny, then it got serious. There was a little bit of physicality. So yeah, you can ask for more.
The word I would use is real. It got real.
Oh, and I had real, real
Real
things
shots.
involved. Yeah.
I'm really hoping that they're not best friends backstage. I just hope they hate each other.
Dude, definitely, bro. Because me and Lali, the first thing we said, Ronda has to be in the back, cracking up right now, seeing Natalia act like her. So it's like I'm almost certain they're like best friends. After the show, they're like, oh my god, that was hilarious or whatever. You know?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
So,
I would not be surprised. Normally, I would do another
But-
episode for
it was
Rampage, but we're not going to do that tonight. Instead, we're just going to change this button right here, and then boom, we immediately go to All Elite Wrestling. And guess what? I press another button, and guess what show we're talking about? Now we're talking about Forbidden Door. Now this show has gone from Smackdown to All Elite Wrestling and Forbidden Door. Or Dave, what do you think? Should we just cut it and just do another episode? What do you think? I don't really
I
care.
don't know.
I don't really care. Is it worthy? I guess we could do a Forbidden Door preview. Part of Rampage.
Because Rampage, nothing really significant happened on Rampage that.
I got my
made a
notes. Fuck it.
difference.
We're just gonna go on to Rampage right now. We're just gonna go on to Rampage. Fuck it. Rampage came to you tonight. It was the June 24th edition of AEW Rampage. It was taped tonight in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, from Panther Arena at the University of Wisconsin. After Dynamite went off the air, it was recorded. All right. We have Chris Jericho, Taz, and Excalibur on commentary to start off the night. We had an excellent opening match showing off the skills from both men in the ring, on the mat and in the air. Andrade ripped his pants. Both men were paying homage to Eddie Guerrero. Both men doing the triple suplex in sequence, one after another, and the taunts. Andrade was in control during the break. As we come back, we see Andrade land a nasty double stomp from the top rope to Ray. We get a nasty drop kick from the springboard and a nasty cutter from Ray Phoenix. We get a chop from Andrade that was just... This shit proves that he really is Ric Flair's son-in-law. Ray tries to walk the ropes. He busts his ass. We get a running knee from Andrade, catching only the ring post. Phoenix with the high-risk double stomp from the top rope to the outside, which I thought was unneeded. Andrade El Idolo then defeated Ray Phoenix with the hammerlock DDT in the opener. Andrade won after the former Ring of Honor champion Rush made his debut, hitting Phoenix with a low blow while the referee was distracted by Jose and Alex Abrantes fighting in the ring. They unmasked Phoenix after the match, but Penta Escora rushed to the ring with his shovel. I gave it a 4-star. I thought there was nice storytelling in this match. I would have gave it a 5 if it wasn't for that botch off the ropes.
That's harsh because let's be honest, like they're human. So he was trying to run across the ropes and something happened. I'm just glad he didn't get injured.
Yes.
So
well, I also thought that other move was unnecessary considering he just came back from injury, where he did the double stomp.
Yes,
from outside.
I agree.
It was unnecessary.
I agree.
Unnecessary.
When he pushed him off the top rope, you mean too? Or
like from the top rope to the outside, he jumped and tried to do a double stomp.
Yeah.
Like, he almost busted his ass.
I agree. I think that he needs to wrestle a little more conservative. Like I know that he's that's his thing. He's a spotty guy. He has to do the spots. But at least me as a fan, I would rather see him wrestle more than keep on doing these crazy spots and get like a serious injury. He already got off of an injury recently. I would rather him be a little more safer. The thing on the ropes, I don't blame him for that because shit happens. That's not like saying like he did a drop kick and completely misses a guy. That's just bad. But something like slipping off the top rope, I really don't. I at least me personally, I won't discredit him and say, oh, that's a botch. That's just my opinion. The match itself, it was good. Obviously, Ray alone makes the match great. So, Andrade El Idolo is, he's been getting better and better. You could tell that Flair's probably been giving him more tips and stuff like that. I mean, he has 2 Flairs now on the side. So, he's always been good. He's getting better now. I thought the match was great. I give it a 4 too.
4-star? No, that's a good match, man. But do you know what the definition of botch is?
Yes, I know what a botch is.
No, like the legitimate definition.
What is it?
Botching, the original word, late 14th century. To repair later, repair clumsily, to spoil by unskillful work. Pretty.
So that's definitely not a botch.
What do you mean?
Not
spoiled
unskillful work.
All right, repair clumsily.
Maybe the clumsy part I give that, but unskillful work, that's definitely, come on.
Either way, to me, it's a botch. Like, yeah,
unskillful.
It's not the worst botch, and I'll give him a little slack for you. Because he's awesome in the ring. He's one of the best wrestlers in the world today. I always enjoy all of his matches, and in the last 2 years,
don't want him to get injured.
His first year, we've seen a lot of botches, but his last 2 years have been pretty fucking good.
It's that lucha libre style, man. That's how it is. So I mean, he's great, and I just hope that.
Imagine he
maybe
takes
he'll
off the
start
mask
learning
and
to
it's
be
just
more-
like Rey Mysterio.
Oh, no, that's another thing that's been bothering me. AEW is really abusing that mask taking off thing. Like that's supposed to be like once in a while. They do that shit like every other night, like every two shows.
Hasn't it
they're
only
taking
happened like
someone's
twice?
mask. No, they've done it to them, especially to Ray, and they've done it more to Penta. But Penta has happened to him like at
Penta,
least
I
3
remember
times.
one time where it happened to. I don't remember it more than once.
No, it's happened more than once to him, bro. Like look it up. I think it's happened more than once, and now with Ray too, it's like it's getting a little out of hand with the mask, like taking off the mask.
Either way,
That is
it was a
good.
good match, good storytelling to step up Andrade. His faction's going to be there. Obviously, they're ready to go. The Man in the Mask even went ahead and mentioned that their T-shirts probably already on sale on AEWShop.com. So yeah,
I want to see this. What's his name? El Toro, or something like that. The guy that he has now. That
his
took
name's
off
Rush.
Ray's mask. I thought it was like El Toro or something like that.
Here I have Rush. I don't know what
There's
his
no
full
nickname
name
for
is.
him.
Yeah. After this, we get a promo from Eddie Kingston. He's cutting a promo about Forbidden Door, how excited everyone is. He said he won't be satisfied until he tastes Chris Jericho's blood at Blood and Guts, so he can find out how the blood of a coward tastes. Back from break, we see a promo. By the way, Chris Jericho's reaction to this whole segment was great. Like, they come back from break, and Jericho's face was like... He's like looking around. He doesn't know what the
This whole
fuck's
show
going on.
is like that.
You know, he's really good, man. He's awesome on commentary. Back from break, we see now a promo from Swerve and Keith Lee. Swerve says we have to keep winning. I'm not even going to get into the rest of their promo because they ain't going to win shit. Not as long as the Young Bucks are the champs. We get the match. Ring of Honor World Champions. Women's World Champion Mercedes Martinez and Serena Deeb defeated Laney Luck and Sierra. Laney looked like she had potential, and Sierra looked like she's going to quit right after the beating these ladies put on her. Mercedes tried to knock Serena off the ropes, but both ladies ended up working together somehow really well. We get the double submission applied, and they pick up the win. I actually was impressed with Mercedes Martinez and Serena Deeb. And Laney Luck. All three of them looked actually good in the ring. Laney
Yeah,
Luck was just getting
actually-
abused, but she took the abuse well.
I actually seen Lady Luck wrestle Thunder Rosa here, in an independent show.
She was actually impressive.
Oh.
Yes, she looks like she's ready to go. Women's wrestler.
Yeah, she's actually pretty good. When I saw her that live show, she impressed me. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she's-
definitely got a future in AEW, I think, because they lack some women.
But Lali was watching that match with me too, and she was like, "What's the deal with Deeb going like taking it to the ass about her running into her?" And she took it personal. Like, I don't know what it was about it, but she got really like bothered by that. And I'm like,
No,
oh, that's a
Mercedes did
storyline.
that.
They just-
Mercedes did that on purpose. If you watch it closely, she went on purpose to try to like hit her, but then she like changed. She was like, nah, not.
But she was running to the ropes to do a move, and it was like they did it where like Deeb was crossing that way, and she ran into her when she went to do, run off the ropes, and made it look like
Yeah, I think
No,
Mercedes
why-
did that on purpose, though. I think she went to that part of the rope on purpose. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. From the way I looked at it as like she
I haven't
tried to
recorded.
run off the
I'll
rope
watch it a
and they
couple
made
more times, but yeah, she definitely got
made
tight
it
about
seem
that.
that way,
I don't know. Yeah, Serena definitely turned around and like gave her the look, like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?"
Yeah. When that happened, like I was like, "Yo, what the hell's wrong with her?" And I'm like, "I don't know." She's like, "Why is she taking it to the ass?" Because she ran into her, and I was like, "That's the story right there. They're starting the beef right there."
Yeah, 100%. After this, we get a segment with Telly Blanchard. He says anyone who wants to win has to have players. And I have players. I have the Machine, Brian Cage. Blanchard then introduced Khan and Toa Leona, known as the Gates of Agony, as his new tag team. And these guys basically look like the Usos, but on steroids. And I like it. I like it. Samoa, a real
nice to see
Samoan
Brian
team,
Cage.
like, and it looks like, oh yeah, of course. But these Samoan guys, they look like they remind me of Haku, old school, fucking
Yeah. They definitely did.
big bad boy
Yeah.
motherfuckers, bro.
But dude, seeing Brian Cage, I was surprised, and he looks bigger than he did before. So with that mohawk, so I was like, oh snap, they're putting him back.
I'm surprised we haven't seen him on Create Your Narrative, where they have like the same 3 matches every show.
Oh really? Is it the same 3 guys?
The biggest stars they have are, EC3 and Braun Strowman. Eric Redbeard comes by sometimes.
Isn't his name like Adam Shear now? Like
whatever, yeah, Adam Shear, yeah, whatever, man. He's fucking retarded. Create Your Narrative.
Hey, good luck to them, man. I think Braun or Adam Shear should be in AEW. But
Adam Shear looks like a beast, though, bro. He's looking like in God mode shape right now.
Yeah. He. I'm surprised.
He looks like he looks like he ate Animal and Hawk and became the Legion of Doom.
I mean, he was a bodybuilder before he did wrestling.
No, I know, but like you could see the difference between his workout regimen now and then. Like, guy's going in right now. Like, I don't know.
Now he has real time stuff. Hey, what the hell?
Shit, man.
Beast,
man.
Bro. That's.
This is exciting though, because
I never released him.
Tully Blanchard, he's still in the game. He's not fucking around. He's saying his thing. These guys look like they're going to be serious business. We'll see how they get implemented into AEW as the weeks go on. After this, we get an interview with Lee Moriarty and Ring of Honor World Champion Jonathan Gresham, who's also interrupted by Tully Blanchard yet again. My clients have a better record than you. We deserve the gold. And now a match is announced between Tully's boys and Lee Moriarty and Jonathan Gresham. I don't know when that match is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a Forbidden Door. They didn't really say exactly when that match is going to be. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. Next, we get the match where Hook right away defeated the DKC from the NGPW Los Angeles Dojo. Actually seeing Hook finally take some damage in the beginning of the match, but now he starts no-selling and then dumps DKC on his head. Hook survives the onslaught, now hits the clubbing blows and the red rum in the middle of the ring, and DKC tapping out. 1.5 star, too short.
I'll give it a 2, only because I actually saw Hook take some offense. So, which surprised me.
I still want to see him have an actual fucking wrestling match for once, though. That's what I'm waiting for. Until then, he's staying in 1.5.
I agree, but being the fact that they've been presenting him the way they have, and to see him tonight actually take some chops and all that, it was refreshing. So I think it's leading to like he's gonna actually have a real match with a real wrestler.
Yeah, hopefully at some point, man. I mean, he should already have one with Tony Nese. That should have been his first one, but they turned it into that shithausen fucking show. At least we didn't have to see Danhausen tonight. That's probably the best news of the night. Mark Henry comes on. He has Jeff Cobb with him. Great O'Con, Dax Hardwood with Cash Wheeler. Cobb says, when you talk about me, you better put some respect on my name. You're talking to a 2004 Olympian. He actually apparently went to the Olympics in Greece in 2004, which is pretty cool. Segment with the Acclaimed and the Gun Club. Billy says, I used my pull to get us a match on the buy-in episode. Gun boys think they're going to Japan. Acclaimed let them know how stupid they are and that they should shut up and start scissoring, baby. Caprice Coleman then joins the commentary for the main event. Jeff Cobb says nothing. He comes out, does his promo, which is nothing. He just walks to the ring. He actually botched the belt swing. Did you see that? When he went to get the belt from one shoulder to the other, and it was like all sloppy looking when he first came out?
No, I didn't notice it.
Yeah, he basically almost dropped the belt on live TV, or, recorded TV, whatever. Jericho then says, and I think this is a good little segment they're adding to Rampage, Jeff Cobb is Chris Jericho's Sports Entertainer of the Week. This week.
A surprise.
Jeff Cobb now with an impressive twisting backdrop suplex. Dak trying to work on Cobb's leg, but Cobb's strength would prove to be too much. Impressive strength by Dax with a powerbomb to Cobb. Basically, Jeff Cobb defeated this guy over here, man. He defeated him. He defeated... I don't know. I was kind of surprised that he won. It was a good match, and I liked it. But I'm going to let you give your take. What did you think of this match? Would you rate it?
I'm not surprised by the outcome because I've seen Cobb before, and being the size and the stature he had, you could kind of tell that he was going to win that match. The match itself was good. It was entertaining. Unfortunately, I caught like more of the half end of it because we just happened to have a family discussion at that moment. So this is the good times for you when you have a baby. You don't have family discussions.
Yeah, I'll have
So when
family
you get
discussions.
older-
They're called "Shut the fuck up."
Well, unfortunately, things don't always work that easily. So
No, listen,
You
man.
don't know
When
it
it's
there,
time for
but-
wrestling with Savage, it's called "Shut the fuck up." It's time for wrestling with Savage right now.
I'm sure right now, but I've heard a little story you told me that you are married to a Greek woman. So
Yeah, but she's also married to a Greek man.
but
I compromise when I have to, but I don't
yeah,
when I don't want
sometimes
to. When it's
Hey.
time, it's time. Man. That's why you put locks on the door.
life.
That's
Well,
the difference.
no,
you don't got a door that you can put a lock on. I do.
Yeah, I don't. See,
I
have
can
a
lock.
living room.
I have a big. If I take the camera right now and you see the size of my lock and the latch that I have, it's like heavy duty. It's to stop like Braun Strowman from getting in here.
Why? You need a. That's how much your wife can kick your ass. That you.
Powerful force.
Oh, that's great.
Powerful force, man. Well, yeah.
But,
Jeff Cobb picks up the win with
yeah.
the tour of the islands, man. Would you rate this shit?
I give it like a 2.5. It
2.5.
wasn't that great.
Dax Hardwood attacked Cobb's partner, Great O'Khan. Great O'Khan, I think, just looks absolutely shitty. Every time I've seen him in the ring, out the ring, in promo, in the back, in the front, every time he's on camera, this guy just is a failure. He failed the last time I saw him in the ring hard. I can't wait till this Sunday where he presents me with the botch of the night, and he's my sports entertainer botch guarantee of the week. Great O'Khan will be the botch of the week. Guarantee.
Over Jade.
Will Ospreay then attacked, but Orange Cassidy comes out, Trent Beretta comes out, Rocky Romero comes out. They come, they make the save. The show ended with a big brawl, but in the middle of the chaos, Eddie Kingston attacked Chris Jericho at the commentary table. Kingston started stabbing Jericho with something. I think it was a pen as the brawl went on for a very long time. Coleman saying, imagine if they are trying to kill each other now. Imagine what they're going to do when you pay for it. And he was biting Jericho. Wheeler hitting everyone with the belt. Jericho's face on the camera was priceless. This was all funny. Jericho tried to get back on commentary and was attacked by Eddie yet again. Incredible. Gold way to actually end the show. This ended way better than Dynamite, and I thought it was a great way to set us up for Forbidden Door. I'm more excited about the show tonight than I was Wednesday night, I'll tell you that much. But mostly because of Jericho. I know I'm going to have a good time with this pay-per-view because it has some of my favorite wrestlers in the world wrestling. And that's the problem. At the same time, some of my favorite wrestlers in the world of wrestling, we have these other matches that I'm not excited about. Like, I'm really not too hyped about the 3-on-3, 4-on-4 matches, but obviously the best match of the night is probably going to be the Fatal 4-Way for the championship. Right?
Yeah.
Jay White, Adam Cole.
I mean, other matches have potential to be good matches. It's just they're not for anything significant. That's what it is. Being that the main event is that is the main event.
No, main event's going to be
AEW.
Mox versus Tanahashi.
Yeah, that's for the title, huh?
Yeah, but I'm talking about the Fatal 4-Way. Fatal 4-Way is not Mox.
So what about is that? They're fighting for no one?
The Fatal 4-Way, they're fighting for the New Japan.
The IWGP. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who again is in that one? I forgot now.
Adam
It's,
Cole, Hangman Adam Page.
Yeah. Okay, I remember now.
Hangman Adam Page. And there's some
Jay
new
White.
scrub.
New scrub.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now. Hold on. Let me see. It's Jay White versus Kazuchika Okada.
Oh, it's Okada.
Yeah, Okada.
That's not a new guy.
Nah,
What
I'm
the
just
hell?
playing. Now, I'm talking about the replacement for the other guy. I'll tell you all the matches right now.
Oh.
Actually, we'll do the predictions. Let's kick off with the buy-in. Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland versus Yoshinobu Kanemaru and El Desperado. I'm gonna say Keith and Swerve have to win that.
Me too.
Right,
I
like-
don't know.
Then and their matches during the buy-in. These are all the buy-in matches. The next buy-in match is Yoshihashi versus Hiroku Goto versus Aaron Solo and QT Marshall. Wow, that's a bad match. I don't care. I don't care who wins that one. Next, buy-in. Max Caster and Gun Club. Billy Gunn, Austin Gunn, Colton Gunn versus LA Dojo, which is Yumura, Alex Coughlin, Kevin Knight, and the OKC or DKC Gun Club, right? Acclaimed?
Yeah.
Acclaimed, yeah.
Definitely.
Next, we get the Bullet Club. Young Bucks, El Fantasmo, and Hikulo versus Dudes with Attitudes, which I can't even believe this is their name. Sting, Darby Allin, Shingo Takagi, and Hiroma Takahashi. It's got to be the Young Bucks. It got to be Bullet Club, right? Young Bucks?
All I know is that name, when I first read it, made me cringe.
How many botches do you think we're going to see in this one match? That's what we should do. Instead of even predicting the match, let's just predict how many botches we're going to see in the match.
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
I'm going to say 9.
I don't even know who's going to win this.
I'm going to say 9 botches on this match.
9 botches on one match?
Yeah, and they're all going to be from Shingo Takaka and Hiroma. Fuck's this guy's name?
I've never seen them wrestle, so I don't want to.
Hiroma Takahashi.
I'll laugh that you say that now, and then when the show happens, they turn out having the best match and they're the best one.
Young Bucks could have a couple of botches. Let's not discount their ability to fuck up real quick. Like, stop it. They could start doing super kicks out of nowhere, and just fucking up on every one of them because they're too short or whatever.
They're kicking people's shoulder in.
Their foot can only reach so far. If someone's chin is higher than their foot, the possibility that we can get a botch. So, high chance there. All right, maybe 9's too high. Let's say 7. Next, we get Zack Sabre versus Cesaro. Who do you got?
Oh Zack boy,
Sabre Jr. I know it's Cesaro. I don't care if it says to be announced. I know it's Cesaro.
I say it's Gargano, but you want to say it's Cesaro?
Listen, you babbled last time that Gargano was coming. You were wrong then.
I am not gonna give a prediction due to the fact that we really don't know who he's wrestling.
All right, well, I'm telling you, listen, I want a prediction right now. Zack Sabre Jr. versus Cesaro. Who's winning the match?
No, because I think it's Johnny Gargano, so no.
Okay, well, if hypothetically you see Zack Sabre versus Cesaro, who are you going to pick?
This fucking guy.
Either way, I'm getting a pick out of you.
I don't know, to be honest. I guess Cesaro, because it's the debut.
All right, so Zack versus Johnny. Who are you picking? At this point, it could be fucking Edge. I haven't seen him on TV in a month. I mean,
but Edge really? Damn, I don't know. Hard to say.
Oh god.
Because Zack Sabre Jr. is pretty good, so I don't know, man. You seen him wrestle before?
Yes.
What do you
No,
think?
this match should be good. I think Cesaro's gonna lose to Zack Sabre Jr.
He's gonna lose.
It's definitely gonna be Cesaro, man.
I think if it's Gargano will lose.
Gargano's gonna lose. Cesaro's not. That's what I'm gonna say. But it is gonna be. Listen, it is 100%. I know that you don't like getting spoiled or hearing spoilers, but that's what's happening right now, Dave. You're gonna watch Cesaro beat up Zack Sabre Jr. They're gonna have a great match, and Cesaro's gonna make his in-ring debut, and then he's gonna come to Blood and Guts, and he's gonna kick the living shit out of Chris Jericho. And it's gonna be great. It's gonna be good TV.
Is he gonna be Claudio then? Because he can't use Cesaro.
Well, whoever the fuck he's gonna be, I'm gonna call him Cesaro probably for a good year before I remember his new name, whatever it is. Claudio.
Well,
he should just be Hitman.
That's his real name.
Just call him the Hitman. He just comes on the transporter.
The transporter, exactly.
Be the transporter, bro. He should just change his name to like Jason Matham or something. Pull like a Rob Van Dam. You know how like Rob Van Dam just said, I'm going to be Rob Van Dam, Jean-Claude Van Damme. You can be Jason Matham or Jason Atham or Jason Batham? Or how about Jason Beatham?
Stop it.
There you go.
Stop it.
Well, next we're going to
Good
get
Johnny
the
Ellis.
IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championships, Ring of Honor World Championships, all going to be on the line. You're going to see the United Empire, Jeff Cobb, and the Great Old Botch versus FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Hardwood versus Roppongi Vice, Trent Beretta, Rocky Romero. And I 100% believe with everything in my fiber that FTR is going to be walking away with all the fucking gold after this match. And they will be the greatest tag team on the planet.
I would agree that yes, I think so too.
They deserve it, bro. They've had such a fucking run. And, you know, the fact that they're not the AEW champs right now, you know, they need this. Let the Bucks have theirs, and the Bucks can talk all their shit and have the gold, but, you know, they don't have all that gold. And maybe imagine then they beat the Bucks and have, like, 4 belts. That's crazy. That's like some crazy shit.
I don't think that's ever happened before.
They would have to hire somebody just to help them carry the belts, man. After this, we're going to get the AEW Women's World Championship match between Thunder Rosa and Toni Storm. And I am calling right now, Toni Storm is going to win this match. She's going to get through all the stiffness. She's going to get through all the hard chops and hard shots because Thunder Rosa is not going to like taking the L on this match. And she's going to make sure that she leaves her bruises on Toni Pretty Storm over there. But unfortunately, Dave, Thunder Rosa's had her chance to sell merch and to sell t-shirts and to put butts into seats. And yes, she's a good wrestler. But I think they're going to give it to Toni on this one. What do you think?
I don't think so. I think Thunder's going to win.
I think this is the fan of Thunder Rosa talking. I don't think they're talking to Dave anymore. Dave's checked out of the building, and Mark, the love little.
No. I ain't gonna front. Yes, I am a Thunder Rosa fan, but I don't. I think that it's too soon.
How long has she had it now?
Huh?
How long has she had it now? It's been like 6 months, no?
Not really. I think this is only her like what, 4th defense, 3rd defense. I think it's his 3rd defense.
You're crazy.
She defend who? Nyla Rose and Serena Deeb. Who else did she wrestle for the belt?
I don't know. She won it on January 24th, 2020.
Yeah, and the pay-per-view.
So that's like 6 months ago.
Yeah, but she hasn't really wrestled like that. She hasn't wrestled. At least that I remember, as only Nyla Rose and Serena Deeb has been the only one she's really defended.
Interesting. Let's see her
I
reign.
can't think of, unless it's been in like on Rampage or on. No, she hasn't been wrestling. She's had the title, and all she's done is talk shit. She hasn't really done anything.
Yeah, but now
they've been
exactly that.
She's only wrestling.
You said it
at
fucking
the
better. You said it better than I.
Yeah,
ever
but
could,
you know
man.
what? That's not her doing. That's freaking them not booking her to wrestle. They keep
Maybe.
having her promo.
But when they did book her, she didn't do nothing.
I still think that it's too soon for what's the name?
I'll tell you this, man. If they could take the title off poor Hangman Adam Page, who was doing nothing but putting on 5-star bangers, and you know that's a fact. They took the title off a kid who was putting up 5-star bangers, just because they have people like Jay out there who fucking hate his guts for some reason, other than the fact that he puts on incredible wrestling.
That's a different animal.
At least this is a good match, though, because we don't know what's going to happen. I mean, you want Thunder to win. You think Thunder's going to win. I want Toni to win. I think Toni's going to win. So we got some, at least some friction here. It's nice when you got some friction. It makes it more interesting to look forward to.
That's good, too, because, it's, like I said earlier, it's the only match that's the AEW versus AEW. It's not a co-company match. It's 2 AEW stars going against each other for an AEW title. So,
yeah, this should be a good match. After that, we're going to get the All-Atlantic Championship match between Malachi Black, Pac, Miro, and the newcomer Clark Connors. And I say Connors, newcomer, because he's replacing someone that got injured. 100% Miro's walking out with his title, and if he doesn't, I'll riot.
Well, I would agree because I said it from the get. When he returned, I was like, yeah, there's no way. They threw him in this tournament for the moment he returned. Yeah, because he's getting that.
These are the two matches I'm looking forward to the most. The Malachi Miro match, Papak, and then the next one, which is, in my opinion, going to be the hardest match of the night to call the winner on, because you got 4 different possibilities. The IWGP World Heavyweight Championship between Jay White versus Okada versus Hangman versus Adam Cole. Who do you think's winning this one? I have a tough time.
I think it's going to be Jay White.
Jay White? Just going to remain, stay strong?
I mean, it's common sense. I mean, are they going to do any more shows in New Japan right now? I don't think so.
But doesn't it add more drama if somebody from All Elite walks away with that title?
I mean, maybe so, but I don't know. It just depends on if they're going to continue doing more things with New Japan, or if it's something that they're going to do like this is once every year. They're going to do a Forbidden Door. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to make sense, too. And being that he's really the only one that's going to really be there, you know, that's why. And he just won it. So, and I know that Japan is kind of... Japan is kind of like strict when it comes to who gets the belt, so that's why I don't think he's gonna lose it yet, at least not yet.
Shout out to Jarrah72 who says they feel Black is gonna win because of House of Black, and that is a very good point, a big possibility, because House of Black has been coming off super strong. So if Rusev or Miro, whatever you're calling him, loses, he would have to lose by some kind of screw job. He's not going to lose clean, I promise you that. So if Malachi wins, it's going to be because they work the gimmick and they win with heel help.
Yeah.
But big possibility there. As far as that match goes, the championship, the New Japan Championship, I agree with you. Jay White's going to maintain. He's going to hold the belt, retain the belt. I think he's going to win, but I would love to see either Hangman or Adam Cole win. Just for storyline purposes. Jay White can always come back in AEW a couple of days later and get the title right back. Like, it's not even a big deal.
That's true, but then what's the point? You know, because then it loses its credibility now. If he's gonna win it at the pay-per-view and then he's gonna come on Dynamite, so okay, I'm taking it back. It's like, what's the point then? Why?
Well, he doesn't have to take it back right away. You know, he could maybe wait a couple of weeks till the next pay-per-view or something. But I think it just adds a bigger rub to New Japan if someone from, you know, AEW is walking around with your title. More eyes are going to look on your title. Jay can then work a promo.
I mean, that you have a good point. I can see that, because that would be a good way of promoting New Japan easier, because they're on American TV.
Yeah, imagine, you know, Adam Cole's a pretty popular fucking wrestler. And honestly, I want Hangman to win, but I see 100% it making sense that Adam Cole wins this title, considering how much they were trying to push the whole Undisputed Elite. He just won the Owen Hart tournament. He's coming off with some momentum too. He's super popular. He sells a lot of merch. And they've been working the story with Jay White just kind of like hurting him.
Yeah, just like shitting him. Yeah.
So, like, if I really have to think about it, now that I really start thinking about that, I wouldn't be surprised if Adam Cole comes up with the win, baby.
Yeah, and that would make sense, because you already see the story there. You know, Jay White has been like just dismissing him. So yeah, I can see that. That's definitely makes a good story.
Yeah, but I agree with you that Jay's going to retain, though, because we talk about it all the time. They fuck up on storylines all the time. So God forbid they take advantage of the opportunity to present a new storyline that has legs. I think they don't want to do that because, like you said, this is a one-off kind of show, and we don't know when we're going to see this from them again. So why are they going to go and make, mix up all these storylines if they don't have any commitments to actually carry them out? But again, that just goes to show you how weak this plan is. This should have been a more long thought out plan to say, all right, if we have a successful show, what do we do? Are we going to stick around?
Well, maybe it is like that. We just don't know. We're just speculating right now. I'm
hoping that it's a success. It makes its money, and it proves Because now you're not just getting buys from AEW fans. You're getting buys from AEW fans. You're getting buys from New Japan fans. You're getting buys from Ring of Honor fans. You're getting buys from NWA fans. And you're going to get buys from a quarter of the WWE fans. So you have so many different people that are going to be buying into this pay-per-view. I think it's actually going to be... I think it's going to actually be more successful than their last pay-per-view. Just because of how many different fan bases they're actually tapping into. Majorly, you know what I mean? Like, it's not just an AEW show. They're giving you so many reasons for all these other companies' fans to tune in. Because they're presenting your guys that you love. We'll see what happens. I guess we're going to find out on Monday with the ratings, the buy-ins, all that stuff. The main event, interim, keyword interim AEW World Championship. And this is 100% Jon Moxley. You know, same theory that we just went from the last match. They're not going to, it's a one-off kind of thing deal. Why would they shake things up? Plus, Jon Moxley's getting a push. So Hiroshi's here to do the job. End of story. Hiroshi's a legend, but he's not what he used to be. He doesn't have what it takes to be.
Older.
Moxley's in his prime right now. Hiroshi's not going to beat Moxley in his prime. End of story.
Yeah, at least right now, because he's...
Never. What do you mean? Never.
Aged,
Never. Hiroshi Tanahashi will
prime
never...
At prime time? Prime, the both of the primes? There's a toss-up there.
You know what's fucked up, though? Let me ask you a question, simply in this terms. If you could name the two biggest AEW superstars as far as celebrity and popularity go, who are they?
Celebrity, I would say CM Punk could be one of them.
And who's the other?
Moxley?
No, it's Bryan Danielson.
Bryan Danielson, I don't see him outside of watching him on the show. You don't see him doing things outside of that.
Yeah, but he's the most. He sells more merch than Jon Moxley. He's the second most popular guy in AEW. He also brings He brings in the second highest ratings after MJF.
Oh yeah, because his matches are the shit.
Because he's Bryan Danielson, god damn it, the leader of the Yes Movement. Much more successful wrestler than Jon Moxley. A better wrestler than Jon Moxley. And my point is that the two most popular guys in AEW won't be part of this show. And that is the only thing that could really affect the buy-in. Because a lot of these guys that have been buying into these shows, they're buying in to see their favorite wrestler of all time wrestle. They're buying in to watch CM Punk.
He's hurt, though. Both of them are hurt. They're both hurt. So it's like... That's all I'm saying. This is the argument we had earlier. You know, we had this argument earlier. I was saying, you know, I think it's unfair to discredit them because it wasn't their, you know, they weren't expecting injuries, obviously. Who would have thought they gave the title to CM Punk. Who would have thought that he was going to come out of that match hurt?
No, I don't even want to get into any of that. My main point is, like, the two most popular guys in the company, the guys that sell the most merch, they're not even going to be in this show. So that could be the only thing that puts a little hurt on their buy-in rate. But other than that, it should be a super successful show. My point is, overall, that is if those two guys were on this card, this show's success would be like almost like a guarantee. It wouldn't even be in question, is my point.
Yeah, but this is why I was trying to say earlier, like, unfortunately, you know, they got hurt. It's out of their control, so they're just doing the best they can.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
I think, from my opinion, I think that the show itself, it seems to be building up okay. I think you got to check out the matches. The matches, I think, will make up for it. Let's just see what happens.
Are we going live Sunday night, June 26th?
Are we doing it after, or are we going to try to do a reaction?
Maybe we could test the reaction. I don't know. The reactions, I think nobody watches the reaction videos, do they? Wouldn't they rather watch the real show?
I'm not sure. Some people will do, you know, like, you'd be surprised. I've seen kids watch live reactions to certain things, and
I'm down to give it a shot. I don't mind.
I mean, I'm just saying, maybe give it a try. See what
I wouldn't mind giving it a try
it.
just because we've never done it before, and just say fuck it, just do it. We do the live reaction, and then the review right after, and the review can be quick because we're just gonna be like what we think of the show grade wise. And that's it. As a matter of fact, we can probably grade the matches right after the match happens. I mean,
yeah, depending, because you know how AEW is. So.
The only thing is, it's gonna be like when you do a show while you watch a show, you don't get to pay attention to the show, like the little details, like the commentary, because you're too busy talking or listening to what we're saying, as opposed to listening to what, like, you know, commentary saying.
Well,
but fuck it.
I say we at least try it. I mean, if we feel like it's not working out in the beginning,
should we try to do it like we're like a real commentary team, like we're just calling the matches?
I'm not sure. Maybe we should try to, like, I don't know.
I can pull that off. I can pull that off. You can try to pull it off. I can pull it off. I know I can. I'll stutter and mumble a couple of times because I'm not used to it. But for the most part, I'll pick up and recover. And for the most part, I'll be able to do color commentary on every match, no problem. Talking about the action, talking about what I see in front of me. And then you can just chime in with your, you know, couple, like you said, we're going to try this first time, so I don't know how I'm going to be exactly. I might get low energy after a while, and maybe you have, it's going to be 3 hour show, 3.5 hour show.
What's up with Jay? Is Jay going to be there too or no?
Probably, yeah, I think so.
So there's three, there's 3 of us to go off on, so it'll make it a little easier. I don't know. It's worth giving it a try, see what happens.
I'm down, because then we can play with little things on the show too, like we can keep people busy with a lot of shit. Maybe we can get more interactive with the chat during the breaks. Like, you know, after the match is always a little downtime after the match ends. You
know what we should do? Each of us individually try to come up with like trivia questions, and we ask each other, you know, like in between, kind of like just for fun, you know, like, hey,
write down some questions.
But we come up with our own questions. That way, you know, we don't know the answer, obviously. So like, if I have a question, I ask you and Jay, you answer it, and then you have a question for me and Jay. You know, that basically like that.
Well, there's only 3 of us, so there's not many options there. Someone's got to ask someone a question. Either I'm asking you or I'm asking Jay.
But I just mean, like, let's come up with our own questions. That way, you know, we're not giving each other like the idea, the answer, or whatever. We're giving it right. We're asking the question as it is right there, and you have to know it. Instead of like we just go together and say, "Oh, we're gonna ask these questions." You know what I mean? That way, it makes it a little more fun, I guess. But don't ask anything absurd like, on this day on March 3rd, who did Bob Backlund fight at Madison Square? No, not something retarded like that. Do something like something we actually know about. Like, preferably like Attitude Era.
I could see you being like Michael Cole. You could be the Michael Cole of our team. I'll be the Vince McMahon, and then Jay is like the Bobby the Brain Heenan, except without the brain.
Poor Jay.
Well, he's not here to defend himself, so that's why we gave the cheap shots at whoop. Pop, pop, pop.
He can't defend himself.
I don't even think he watches the podcast ever. Yeah, he probably won't ever hear about this unless you tell him.
Probably, yeah.
But if he does hear about it, it's okay, because we're just fucking around. That's a high compliment. He is like a weasel. Bobby the Brain.
He'll be alright.
He'll be alright.
He'll be alright.
I'll call him Jay the Drain, the weasel. He drains the life. He drains the life out of good matches.
You're like the Excalibur of the group, because you can go through those notes like.
Shit is terrible.
You can go through those notes like nothing. So you're like you're Excalibur.
Nah, I'm not the man in the mask. I don't wear a mask. I'm Vinnie Mac, bro. It's my fucking show. I gotta be Vinnie Mac. I know. I feel like I'm a lot like Vince McMahon. If you watch his old commentary, like he just like was like passionate and loud and intense about everything. Like he would make like the most basic move sound like it just crippled the guy.
Oh, that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah. I try to carry that intensity with me throughout my whole life. Today was an interesting day, though. Got to find out some interesting facts about some interesting people. Funny day. Funny how life comes full circle, though. Oh, man.
Always.
Karma's a bitch, though, people. Just know that. Be nice to the people near you. Be nice to your family. Be nice to your friends. And once in a while, be nice to a stranger too, because you don't know what kind of fucking day they're having. You might fuck around on the wrong one day, and catch that Superman punch right to the face. You won't like it. So, in general,
or vice versa.
be nice to everybody. Support your local politicians who aren't corrupt yet. That's what I would say. Find your local politicians who haven't been corrupted yet, and help them
Hopefully
change.
they haven't gone to Dominican Republic, you know.
Oh yeah, probably not. But yeah, you should latch on to the real people that are actually really out there trying to make real change. Stay away from the leeches and the scumbags of the world, and be careful who you say yes to. Could be the last yes you ever say. Be careful. Everybody enjoy your weekend. We will see you on Sunday night. It sounds like we're going to be doing live commentary for Forbidden Door. First time ever. So if you're not going to pay for the show or you don't have a way to watch the show, you won't be able to watch the show with us. But I promise you, you'll be able to feel every match, every punch, every line. And you'll know exactly what's happening when it's happening. So hopefully we see you then. Everybody enjoy your weekend. And Dave, thank you for joining us. Everybody have a good night, man. This has been Wrestling with Savage, episode 47, and my cousin's gonna take us out right now.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, proud to you live by the champ. Our last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. Smackdown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.